Sergeant Lugo, we're live.
Thank you. Sergeant, can you start your recording, please?
PC recording is up.
Cloud is up. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's remote New York City Council vote of the Committee on Women and Gender Equity. At this time, would all panelists please turn on your videos? To minimize disruption, please place electronic devices to vibrate or silent. Thank you for your cooperation. Chair Diaz, we are ready to begin.
Good afternoon, my good people. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear
I'm
you.
Councilwoman Dharma V. Diaz. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, Chair of the Committee on Women and Gender Equity. Today, the committee will vote on Councilmember Hedden Rosenthal's proposed introduction number Bill 2424B, which is related to establishing a street harassment prevention advisory board. Before we move on, I would like to welcome my colleague and predecessor committee chair, Councilwoman Rosenthal, to say a few words on her bill.
Thank you so much, Chair Diaz. Really appreciate you and appreciate your committee hearing this bill, and I urge my colleagues to vote yes on it. Just a quick description. So according to research, over 50% of people experience street harassment. What this bill does is add the definition of street harassment to our city's administrative code. It establishes a street harassment committee made up of a broad range of city agencies and nonprofits to examine the issue, and included in the membership is a member of the MTA, hopefully MTA staff, they're invited to join. The Office of Nightlife is invited to join. And it is my hope that the mayor of the city council will appoint someone from the organization called Hollaback to join the committee as well. Hollaback has been the leading voice in New York City to study street harassment, which can be sexual, but is not limited to that. We've seen horrible Asian hate crimes experienced by people on the street. That's street harassment. And that's on the rise. The LGBTQI+ community experiences street harassment, in particular transgender women. And this can be stopped. It can be stopped through education campaigns and bystander training. Education campaigns can be geared toward both the harasser, the public who might see the harassment, and the victim. So enough is enough. This bill requires city government to take street harassment seriously. And I am so proud that we've been able to move it to this space, and appreciate you, Chair Diaz, and to the committee staff. I see Chloe Rivera is here. Jaysri Ganapathy worked on this bill. Thank you, Chloe. And Brenda McKinney has worked on this bill. So, and Jeff Baker, of course. Thank you so much for all your help in bringing it to this place.
Thank you. Thank you for breaking down the bill to the greater audience. So we're clear that there will be as much New York City involvement as possible. And when I say New York City, is the many arms that we have in government, including the MTA. You know, this definitely has been an issue in my community. So I'm looking forward to a positive resolution or a good, healthy conversation to come. You know, it's much needed. It's healthy conversation. Sometimes conversations of this nature are hard to have, but the time has risen for us to have this conversation. I'd like to thank my colleagues, the committee members that in last minute jumped back in. We thought last week we were done, but life says differently. We're New Yorkers and we know when we got to get things going, we just get them done. I'd like to thank my staff, Karen Cherry, Chief of Staff, Cherry Coxum, Lunch Director. I'd like to thank Chloe Rivera and also Brenda McKinley, who my understanding is has worked on this bill, but is out on maternity leave. Brenda, if you're out there listening, we thank you for all your efforts, and your efforts have not been forgotten. I would also be remiss if I would not include our finance chair, Union Lead. We know as members that without the unit, the financial piece of this, we don't know if we can actually move a bill forward. So again, thank you for all of you that have participated from beginning to end. Like I started last year, I said from the person that opens the door in the morning to the finance staff, to the members, New York City, the city council doesn't move forward if we don't get together as a team. Chloe, I don't know if you have any last remarks before we close today? No? All right. Any member, anything they'd like to say before we close out? Majority Leader?
I just want to celebrate all the dynamic women on this committee and the men who get it. My former co-chair of the Women's Caucus, Helen Rosenthal, we've done a lot of work together on street harassment and making this a real issue. It's not just something that we have to live with in the city of New York. It's not just part of urban culture. It's a real serious issue that has major consequences that can lead to many other issues. And it's serious work to get to the bottom of this. And she and I have both worked with Hollaback for a number of years, who have really talked about that there are real tangible solutions to street harassment. And I just want to close by celebrating Chair Dharma Diaz. You have run a powerful committee. I was honored when I first became elected to the city council to chair this committee. Also Councilmember Rosenthal, and now you. It's wonderful to see that this committee has been in your hands and the incredible work that you've done in a very short period of time. Your future is so big and bright, and we look forward to your future next steps and seeing all that you are going to do. And whenever you get to the top, just give me a call and take me with you.
No, definitely. And all I can say, I'm only as good as my team and my staff and my predecessors. So I stand on the shoulders of the both of you, all right? Because you definitely left a lot for me to work with, and you've been there available to me when I've had questions or maybe even doubts. So thank you for leading the way and giving me a clear path.
Chair Diaz?
Thank you. Yes.
Would you like the vote to be taken now?
I'm sorry, we have one more member that has his hand raised, and then we can take the vote.
Yes, thank you.
So thank you, Councilmember Diaz. It's been an honor to serve with you.
Same here. Well, we were taught yesterday, right? It means love.
Or so we hope.
I had my hand up. I just wanted first to thank Helen so much for her bill and all the bills that she's put forward since I've been on the council. It's been a great privilege to serve at the same time as you and everyone on this call. Certainly want to associate myself with the comments of the majority leader, and to pay special tribute to Chair Dharma Diaz. It's been great to be on this committee. I hope I continue to stay on it. I asked to be on it, and I got what I wanted. I'm happy about that, and I'm going to miss you and miss being like a member of your committee. And but we'll always be friends, and I'm happy about that. And that goes for everybody who can hear my voice, all the friends I've made since the council took me back, in February. I'm grateful for that, grateful for you, grateful for this bill, and let's do this.
Thank you for your honesty. You've definitely brought honesty and true commitment to the committee, and I thank you for that.
Thank you, Dharma.
You're welcome. I want to turn it over to Jonathan so we can vote.
Thank you and good afternoon. This is the Committee on Women and Gender Equity. Roll call vote on intro 2424B. We'll start with Chair Dharma Diaz.
Yes.
Councilmember Lander,
With gratitude to the chair and the sponsor for your really important leadership, I vote aye.
Majority Leader Cumbo,
I proudly vote aye.
thank you. Councilmember Kalos,
Vote aye.
Councilmember Rosenthal,
I vote aye with gratitude to my colleagues.
Councilmember Lewis,
I vote aye, and congratulations, Chair Diaz, on all your hard work.
Thank you.
Councilmember Gennaro,
Aye.
thank you. Chair Diaz, by a vote of 7 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, intro 2424B is adopted.
Thank you.